Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live once more again. Also, what I need for you to do, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, my worthless 2 cents is about to put something in your ear. Oh, and here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live at 8:12. We're going to blame it on OV because y'all know I be at 8:05. We gonna blame that on my Chi-Town sister. But that's all right.
I'll
Guess
take the
what?
blame.
We is here. It's me. It's your boy, Louisiana Country Boy, along with my special guest all the way from Chi-Town.
Yes.
The
Good evening.
radio personality. Man, she is the host of her own podcast. Car Talks. It's Car something. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what the name is. It is the one. It is the only Qvita.
Hey, y'all. Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hump day.
It is hump. It is definitely hump day. Welcome.
Thank you.
We've been trying to hold on a second. I'm trying to we've been trying to get this thing together, and it has finally happened. We are here.
Yes.
You are here. I am honored to have you as a guest.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
Love. That's what we do. If y'all don't know, I met Qvita on another show. We co-hosted another show together, the Esteban Hour. And man, since that, it hasn't ended. Our friendship, the talks that we have, the support. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna shut up, but that's what it's about. Sometimes people think like you meet in one place, but maybe that person or that place was just to bring other people together. And you go in there and you meet somebody, and that's how I you know what I call myself, Qvita? I'm a conduit.
Okay.
I just come to bring people together. And if those people collaborate, or if they get together, or heck, if they get married or whatever, that's what I did with my ex-wives and the husbands that they have.
What? Wait. Let's
rewind. I'm the conduit.
Okay, so you just told me something new that I'm not used to. So you said you got your exes together with their nexus. Are you saying you connected them together?
Because if it hadn't been for me not being in their life no more, they wouldn't be in their life now.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah. So all them look to all my exes that have your love of your life right now. You tell them fellas, country boys, they send him a gift. Because now that man, when he rolls over, he looks at you and he smiles with the big old smile, and he like, I got the love of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Y'all make sure you all go over to My Worthless 2 Cents to YouTube, and you can see us live on YouTube right now. Thank y'all for showing up on my live.
I just tagged you on your Facebook page as well.
Okay.
So
okay, cool. Man. Yeah, I got something on my other phone on my live. So thank you all for coming on. You all, thank you. If you all go over to My Worthless 2 Cent YouTube page, you can see us both on the page together. You can do that. Thank y'all, but thank y'all for coming on my live.
Man, well, Qvita, look here. I ain't gonna. You know what this is? This is old talk.
We're gonna have great conversations. That's all I can say is you have awesome conversations. It's very inspirational, very funny. So I love the testimonials and all the people that you have on your show, and you are very informative as well. You try to. He always try to have it. I just don't know. He could break it down to you elementary style. So that's what I like.
Hey, Qvita, what they be hearing, that's what we call, that's that back porch talk. I just be sitting out. That's how we're talking in the country, sitting in the swing. That's all I be doing.
Listen, that's the real talk. We call that the real talk, okay? The real deal. I love it. I love it.
Hey, but that's what it's about. And honestly, I often say that sometimes I think that we done got too educated. We done got too smart for our own good.
Yes.
We have become too daggum smart for our own good. That
I
we
agree.
have lost just the simplicity of life.
Mhm.
We done got way up here, but we look. My mom used to say, "Boy, you're smelling yourself," and that wouldn't happen to a lot of us.
Listen, I had a client used to say, "Ain't nothing like an educated food." She was like, "Ain't nothing
Ooh,
like an educated food." I was like, "Wow." And that's true because just because you get an education in one area doesn't
come on.
mean you have wisdom or the power to apply.
Mm,
Knowledge applied is power. You can have all the knowledge you want to, but if you
come
don't
on.
apply what you know, it doesn't matter. It matter of fact, it make you more foolish
Come on.
as a person. So it's a lot of people got a lot of knowledge, but they don't know how to apply it just to regular everyday life. A
And
lot
that
of
is
times.
so important to
Yeah.
have it, but to apply it. That's with anything. People talk
Yeah.
about, I mean, that if you talk about the scripture, that's how it is even with the Bible. I know folks read it back and forth. This ain't applied nothing. Ain't applied
Nothing.
nothing. They'll walk around here,
Nothing.
know it all. They can spit a scripture at you, hit you
That's this
all in
day
the
and
eye with the
age.
word.
What
But
the Bible
but
say, having knowledge, having the outward appearance of godliness, but
come
denying the
on.
power. They don't have the power of God, but they know the origin, they know where he walked at, they know where the people came from, but they don't have no power. They just know what it says, but it's not on the inside.
Mm, Good when you
That's what
said
this
that.
people lack.
When you said that, I thought about something. And look here, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, this ain't no Bible check thing, but this
No,
conversation. But I'm gonna tell you what I
it's
thought about
come.
when you said that. You know what I thought about?
What?
I thought about a fella in this book I read, this old book I read, is a
Mhm.
fella by the name of Saul. And what happened to Saul was he had lost his anointing. It had been, look, hold on. But here was the crazy part. He was still in position, but had no power.
Yes, yes. That's what people have. They got position and no
Had
power, no
no power.
integrity. They can't apply anything that they know. They don't have the power to apply the knowledge that they know. Now they could
Mm,
dictate all day.
come
They
on.
could tell you that's just like you going to the doctor and you see an unfit doctor, but they tell you need to lose weight, you need to do this and that, and they have the book knowledge, but you're looking at them like you need to do the same thing I'm doing.
Look,
You need to go down some pounds too, Doc. We both need to go down.
you think if you would apply, it would have worked. Look, you trying to tell me, but
Yeah, we both gotta have blood pressure and diabetes. Come on, yeah, you need to apply what you know too. Yeah.
oh
And the
man.
sad part is sad when you can help others and then don't help yours. In turn, you lost. And
Mm.
that's even it's sad that you can help other people. You can, but then in turn you die or you lost in the sauce, as people say, and but you helping someone else to elevate. That's the
Mm.
saddest part of it all.
Wow. 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 And I was listening to somebody, I think it was today, talking about that. And a lot of times we miss, it's not selfish to look out for yourself, to take care of yourself. A lot of people want you to
No,
stretch out and do this, that, and the other. So many people are running around here today, running themselves ragged for other folks, doing this, jumping and hopping and running and this and answering and taking on everybody else's burden and everybody else's load. But let me tell you, here go that thing, baby. When your
I
load
know about
starts to get heavy, when you
yes.
need, have you ever look?
Hey,
Have
Tommy.
you ever had your phone and there was something on you, and you went through your contacts and you're rolling, and no, no, Now you rolling through, but whatever you at, not one of them people, if I call them, they can be here for me. That's the worst part, that you have extended yourself. You have poured yourself. You have emptied yourself. I'm not saying that it's bad to do that. I ain't saying that it's bad not to pour out. But I'm saying,
but sometimes it is.
But you have
Sometimes it is
nobody
bad to pour out. You
when you
know,
empty
by me being in healthcare, in the field, I've been doing that for over 20 years. And I remember I had this client and I was doing above and beyond because she needed it. And I'm thinking I'm doing good. And I remember God speaking to me so profound, because this is the thing. If God give you something, I know this is not church, but this is just how I feel. If God give you something to present you with something, you're going to have the wherewithal to deal with those things. You're not going to feel tired and wore down and beat up, because God gave you what you needed to handle that situation. When you find yourself wore down, you sick, stressed out, that's not what he gave you. You carrying that load on your own. And I remember I was going on my days off, and didn't appreciate nothing I was doing. Her daughter didn't appreciate. She was sickly. Her daughter didn't appreciate it at all. And God, I remember him speaking to me so clear. He said, I didn't tell you to do that. He said, I didn't tell you to do that. And he gave even that scripture with casting your pearls among swine. And you giving out your good stuff to people who don't even deserve it. And I did not give you that to do. That's why you worn out. People will use you until they can't use you anymore. You'll be dried up and sick, and then you messed up and they not going to come to your rescue. That's why you got to be careful to whom you give out your energy, whom you give out your time to, because you want to make sure that it's the right people that's for you. Don't the right people to help, even if it's look good. Just because it look good don't mean it's good for you. You know what I mean? So I remember I wore myself out, clean out. I will, because I'm a giver. In my line of work, sometimes I'm the only person that these old elderly people see. And just because they're elderly, y'all, hey, you all, don't mean they nice or even have good intentions where you are concerned. Because we look at elderly people sometimes like kids. Oh, ooh, they're just as mean as what's that junkyard dog. Y'all. Yes. So I learned from that to be careful. I always pray about stuff. I'm gonna do my job, but sometimes I do extra. But I want to make sure that I'm giving out what I need to give out to those who I'm supposed to be doing that with. So I say be careful with that.
You know what I said? Everything that's good ain't God.
Exactly.
And some people get that mixed up. And well, I'm doing good, but did he tell you to do that? Is that where he led you to? Or is that where you wanted to go, thinking you was going, well, I'm doing this for them, and in return, maybe no. And that's that other thing, Qvita. I truly believe God will not put more on us than we can bear. But when we so crazy, we're gonna go around and pick up some extra stuff. He didn't put it on us, we put it on ourselves.
Yes, we do. I agree. We do. We pick up a lot of weight that doesn't belong to us. Some people need to care. It's some reasons why some people are in the predicament they're in. And I know sometimes it look bad. God humbles people. Sometimes that be their humbling season. Sometimes that's the season that he wants them to grow and learn, and whatever lessons that he wants to teach them. Sometimes we stepping into God's business. It ain't got nothing to do with it. We need to man our own business. We need to man our own business sometimes. Okay. That's why we tired. That's why we tired. We got headaches. That's why we eating too much. That's why we stressed. That's why blood pressure's up and sugar. I'm telling you, because a lot of us is doing things that we have no business doing, and in situations that people will stress. I'm telling you, they will eat off of you till there's nothing left. I've learned this firsthand. Being a caregiver is one of the most difficult jobs besides raising kids, but caring for people, especially loved ones, it can be very hard. So that's why I know, what you mean. Even in my land, I take care of family members, and I do that because I'm the family that take care of family. I do that. So,
Right.
but it's very difficult because sometimes you are very underappreciated. That's why whatever I do, I make sure that's what God want me to do, because I know He's gonna in turn bless me with whatever I need. He's gonna.
Right.
I'm not doing it for just for cloud. I'm not doing it to look like anything. I'm not doing it because you'll end up being hurt and messed up. So I make sure whatever I'm doing, this is what you want me to do. This is who
Yeah.
you have me around. Because sometimes it's very difficult. It's a very difficult position to be in. So I know about being tired. I know I deal with a lot of people that's not grateful. They're very ungrateful. So I just make sure that I'm doing this God's work, because I
Right.
know that I'm going to get what I need from Him.
Yeah, because that what you just said, when you are around people who are, and there are people who are not grateful, who don't
No,
appreciate.
very.
And if you're doing it for the wrong intentions, that thing will whoop you.
Yes,
It
I
will
know
whoop
about it.
you. It will mentally, spiritually, and physically whoop you, because you sitting there, you waiting on them to appreciate what you done. You sitting on, and they don't care two licks. If it,
Mhm.
woo, you sitting there, look, you're sitting there biting your bottom lip because you're mad.
Yes, you will be mad. You'll be hurt and mad. I mean, you will be. I understand. Like, I think about it a lot of times. I'm the one. I can't even go out of town if I don't have
Mm,
nobody in my stead. And most time that's a no. I got to give medicines through syringe, and everybody is not trained to do that.
right.
So, in a lot of times, I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of times people will not they don't understand. Sometimes people, if you've never cared for people, how your life is not your own. How you
Mm,
can't move around like you want to move around. You're just not free to do that. So a lot of times it is being a parent, being you just on these jobs, a lot of times you are definitely not appreciated, especially if you're doing everything you should do. It's rare sometimes. So that's why I say all the time in my mind, that's why I put in my mind, I'm doing this for, God put me in this where I am. So I'm doing it for Him. I'm doing it for, if I don't get a thank you, I'm doing it for Him because I know He know that my heart is pure, and I'm
right.
doing this because I'm being obedient. Sometimes it's not easy to be obedient to Him and move in the way that He wants you to move. It's not easy all the time. And I like what you were saying the other day when you was talking about on your show, when God don't move how you want Him to move. When when
Mm,
when you pray for a thing and it didn't work out the way you wanted to work out. And I mean, a lot of those things, but in the end, if you persevere, if you
yes.
keep on going, and if you get out of, this is just me speaking from a spirit. Everyone don't have, whatever your spirituality is, whatever you follow to help you, to keep on going. This just happened to be me. I know He say renew your mind every day. When you renewing your mind every day, that means He give you a new thought process. So therefore,
Yes.
I'm as long as I persevere and keep on doing, my mind is going to change. Then my feelings are going to change, and they're going to begin to line up with what He wants me to do, with His mindset.
Yes.
So that's what happened. If you persevere and you keep on going and you be obedient, you get, the word is very important. When you let Him transform your mind, then your thoughts become His thoughts. And you
Mm,
won't be in your way. You get a better understanding. But a lot of times we don't want to sacrifice in that way. We don't want to sacrifice our own feelings. And we don't understand, though, that He know more than us. And when we get on the other side of that, of being obedient and moving how, the grace, the power, the strength, the wisdom that you get is way beyond what you can ever imagine and ever expect. If you will ever just keep on going, despite on how you feel, despite through the pain and all that stuff. When you get on the other side, the glory and the wisdom is unmatched. It's nothing you can buy. You know what I mean? It's nothing it's way better than what you can ever expect. And I know that because it happened to me. When I persevered through a hard situation and I just kept on going despite what I was feeling, I've never been the same. I've never been the same ever since then. We got to persevere. We persevere with people. We'll stay with a no good man and a no good woman. We'll stay, they could be beating you in the ass. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then you will still fix them something. You'll still fix them some food. You'll still have his baby. You'll still lay on your back. I mean, you'll persevere. But soon as God wants you to do something, now we just have an apprehension, and He knows way better than we do. You know what I mean? And that's so I'll be like, listen. Once I went through some things, and I seen that His way was better than my ways. Hey, have I did it right every time? No, and I know the difference.
Wow,
I know the difference, but His way is definitely better than ours.
Ooh,
Our outcome. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Hey, but you know what? You done gave me some more think about now. You know what? You so right. Folks will stay in friendships. They stay in relationship. They will forgive and take them back and put them underneath their wing. But soon as God don't come through for us the way we want Him to come through for us, how we want Him to come through for us. But boy, let Boo don't come through. Oh, we gonna forgive them. You just know how that's just how
we gonna be mad a little bit. Look, we gonna be mad for a second. And when they come tap you on your butt, then you might be all right. That little temporal stuff. That's stuff that's gonna get you in trouble.
But look here, but don't let God don't come through when we want Him to. He don't come through on our time. We mad as all get out. Oh, he just we done turn our back on Him.
Yeah.
Because He didn't do what we wanted to do, how we wanted Him to do it, and when we wanted Him to do it. Look at Him.
And which we really turned our back on ourselves.
Come on.
Because everything He does is for us. It really is. It's for our development. It's for us to learn to sharpen our to get out of our emotions and stop working with so much with our emotions and really see with the eyes of God. If you really ever got there, if you really just sold out to Him, you will see the big difference. You'll never be the same. Your life will never be the same, and you as a person would never ever be the same if you really, really surrender all for real. It's the best life and the best time you can ever experience, even in the midst of things going on. Even in the midst of stuff going on.
It gives
it's the best thing you can do.
As you say, you see things differently. You don't see it with your feelings no more. And I feel this way, and what I feel like I should just cuss somebody out. I did it because that's how I feel. And we got so caught up in that. Just if it feels good, do it.
Yes.
But you said it earlier. Everything that's good to you,
not good, but look, my aunt already said it might be right, but it ain't righteous. You know,
come on now.
My aunt got the best quotes for y'all. Okay, she said, "Don't be a sample, be an example." I mean, she got so many that she has given us down through the years. She got, so yeah, that's true. Just because it's right don't mean it's righteous. It's not for you. It might not be your time for that situation or that person or that job or that place.
Right.
Patience is definitely key.
And when we understand that, I totally agree, because that thing is about what we don't get sometimes is the best blessing in the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes, all the time, that no from God is the best answer we could get. Because that yes would jack us up.
Jack you up, baby. Your life won't be the same. Some people think they're gonna come back from certain situations. Some people don't make it back, y'all. And they don't make it back mentally, sometimes even physically. People don't, sometimes you don't make it back. Stop
Yes.
playing with yourselves. Sometimes you don't make it back. I just think about how from last year to this year, how my life is so different. Like it's so different. And I love it. I love the fact, I ended the relationship. I thought I was going to be married around this time, and
What?
just yeah, married. Yeah, I've been married before, yeah. I just think about around this time last year how coming into this business, I came into this business. um I was dating this guy. I was around it had I always wanted to be a radio personality or do like a podcast show. I just
Right.
didn't know how to do it. It wasn't real popular 5 and 6 years ago. It was a little sprinkle here and there. And I didn't know how. So fast forward years later, me getting into that relationship and he being in the business, it kind of like stirred me up again. I was like, I want to do this. So I started working with a family member. And when I tell you it's so weird, you think things will work out with the family. that it was it's into the bit because they're in the business. They got their own radio show, they got their own, TV program. And with that did not actually work out with my family. To this day, I don't know why, but just I feel like when I came into this business, God taught me a quick lesson that came with some pain. Because anytime not dealing with a family member, sometimes that can be painful. And so I feel like the competition of this business, I'm not in competition with anybody, but
Come
I
on
feel
now.
like the enemy just came in that way. And today we're not speaking, not because of me, y'all, but it's okay because sometimes for you to move, sometimes things have to shake because
Mm,
sometimes if it doesn't give it uncomfortable, you won't move.
come on.
So I feel like I had to move. So that's the way I had to move. So I moved on from there and started working with this, doing my own podcast. I kept on with that, then started hooked up with this other lady, and she started acting like the family member. I said, Lord, now this a lot. I lost I was okay. My relationship ended. Me and the family fell out for some reason. I don't know. Now this lady, I don't hook on to late people like that. I feel like it was a connection that God wanted me to connect. And now this situation is not working. It's coming into this business, getting lied on, talked about. But I say this, I don't go back with words. My character speak for itself. I
Mm,
behave a certain way and I keep that on. And even in me behaving, because I carry myself, this one lady I was with, she was telling this. Once again, I think the competition of the business, I'm not in competition with nobody, but I
right.
can't say that for them. And trying to tear my character down, this man said, no, God told me she not like that. And we've been working together ever since. When I tell you this man God told him to put me on every show, y'all. I don't
Wow.
have any credentials. He put me on every show. If we take a break or later on, I know if you all you see, I'm in the Reveal magazines. I've been on FM radio. I've been nominated for a couple of shows as hottest new host, radio personality of the year. And I know these are things that God has opened the doors for me. You all, it's nothing I did on my own. That's why I didn't have to fight one battle. I didn't have to
Come on.
go back and forth with anybody. I didn't have to prove myself to anybody. And I'm telling you, if you move with integrity, I'm not in this business by any means necessary. So I'm not
Right.
dealing with people sleeping my way up to the top of nothing. Most of these people don't have nothing, first of all. Y'all, it's a facade if you don't know.
Come on
These
now.
people that's in leadership, a lot of them don't have, they doing Uber and Lyft. They living in the basements. They appear to have something going on. It's people look at you because you got a radio show and because you got different things going on. It appears most of the time they don't. So make sure people are on the up and up. But just do everything with integrity. In every sense, all I could tell you is God has opening up door after door after door and shutting the wrong doors. And the people who I'm not supposed to be with, he has shedded that off. And that's not easy. But the afterwards is awesome. I worked with Born Rich, that's his name, put me in the magazine. Like I said, put me on each show. And sell it, and I'm gonna tell you the kicker part is at first he was like, God told me no cost to you. No cost to you. I said, what? God said no cost to you. And God has been doing things for me ever since. Look, I'm ending up on, for real, on the Donnie Lewis show on My Worthly 2 Cent. I don't take that lightly. On the different platforms that I've been on, you know what I'm saying? Coming from no one knowing me at all to walking in the buildings and they like, hey, look, you know, it's, you know, so like I said, if you do this thing the way God wants you to do, you'll come on top. And I know other things are coming too.
Right. And that's walking, what you said, walking with integrity. 1.
Yeah.
2 is understanding that sometimes we don't understand the things that we're going through. God is refining us. He's checking. He's doing to us what we should do daily. He's doing a character check. He's doing a heart check. That's what them things are. You know, when situations come, them heart checks, them character checks. A lot of us don't like the character checks. We don't like the heart checks. What the heart check and the character check is when people talk about you. Character says, the world says, we'll talk back about them.
Yes.
That's what the world say.
You're right.
With that character and the heart say, I got this.
Yes. God will fight your battle.
Yes. And that's when your character and that's when your heart is, when you can say, you know what, I still love you. But I just saw this video. It was these 2 young men walking. And one of them, I guess, had something had happened, and it was like, and the other one said, man, we're about to be big. We're about to, you're about to make it. You're about to make it. We about to do this thing. And he stopped and he says, no, God told me it's time for us to part ways. See, sometimes, so many times people get upset because God has already told them about somebody or something that, hey, he done blew it in our ear and we felt it. He done tingled our fingers and we knew it, but we persisted on. We didn't want to stop because no.
Yeah.
He done gave us little droplings of it's time.
Yeah.
It's time, because so many times, not being negative towards anyone or anything, but so many times we be trying to take people where God is trying to take us. All right, I'm gonna say it again. We be trying to take people where God is trying to take us. We trying to drag people. Come on. Lot wasn't supposed to go with Abraham.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, Lot. Come on up here and go with me. But we family. Come on. We be trying to drag people into the promise God has given us.
I agree.
You said it so well. God sees. This is what I know. A lot of people miss this. God sees from the end to the beginning. All we see is from the beginning to the end.
That's it.
Wherever we going, he's already been. So when he's tapping us saying, Jackie can't go with you, baby. And you be like, but Jackie, my friend. Me and Jackie been together since we was in diapers, baby. Jackie's mind, heart, and spirit ain't right.
They'll hold you back. Yeah. They'll hold you back.
You know, Ovita, sometimes I've known it, have had it happen. We wake up and something happens and somebody does something, and we be so shocked. I can't believe it. But we often saw signs of it. Don't nothing just happen. People don't just change overnight.
No.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why you think they just woke up one day and they was like this. No, it's been a gradual thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we see some signs and we keep right ahead on going. It's telling you cautious, caution, caution, slow down. Just go straight ahead. Oh,
Gone,
my auntie always
gone,
talk about.
gone. We
I
are
know
good.
about that. I know about that. Hey, I could talk about it because I know about it, moving too fast and
Mm.
a lot of things I moved in ignorance. I was raised in church, y'all. A lot of stuff I did not know. I learned on the job training, okay? Uh
Oh,
we was
gee.
a lot of stuff was on the job training. I did not know. I didn't know how to date. Coming out in the world, I didn't know how to date because they told us we couldn't date. So they didn't
Mm.
really teach us. They taught us how to be wives. They always talked about that and how to keep yourself and how to be, go do things like that. But I didn't really know how to get out in this world and maneuver in the dating world because I was sheltered in that way. And so I had to learn a lot of things by going through some, a few things. So a lot of times you don't know, but then when you know, y'all,
Come
you
on.
gotta do better. You gotta do better. Just in me turning one last year when I was 47, I don't mind telling my age, y'all. But learning things about relationship at the age of 47. I'm 48 now. But just learning certain things that I feel like a message. That's why I felt like we feel like when we go through things, it's not just for you. It's for
Come on.
you and you to take out to the world. I know that I am to talk to people, encourage people, lift and build people, and people come up to me I don't even know. Every day I'm gonna have a conversation. If I'm outside, somebody gonna come and tell me some personal information, and most of the time I could tell them, well, this is what I went through, and this is how God brought me out of the situation. And I mean, I'm glad I'm able to be used like that. So I do know even coming into this industry, the message that I have, most of it is of us as women is to take accountability. A lot of
Mm.
times, and not in the ways I know some men be like, yeah, and they not accountable at all. But I'm saying in accountability to where, some things we have been taught as women that is not really great teaching, as far as sometimes being a victim, like saying things like, why he do me like that? Why he cheat on me? Why do you allow that, sis?
Ooh. I ain't
That's
got
the
nothing to say.
question.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Have your way, girl. Have
Why
your way.
do
Have your
you
way.
allow that? This been his 20th time.
Mm.
And you
Mm.
still going back. I'll go back. I'll do it too. If you allow a person to do some things, they're going to do it. You have to make the decision not to take that on the first time. The
Wait a
first
minute.
time.
Ovita.
Don't let that
Ovita.
go back. Don't let disrespect go back once.
Hold on,
Listen,
Ovita.
people go. Yes, we got to do better. You got to love up. We got to bring discipline back. Back in the day, women were a little more cunning and not in a bad way. They was a little more disciplined. That's how they could get the men to marry them so quick. They not giving up themselves too fast, doing stuff
Mm.
too quick. We in the era of just that's why men don't care about sex because they could just get it anywhere, anytime, any place, anyhow, and stuff. They used to honor women more because they used to be a little more reserved in that area. Most of the
Mm.
time, hey, you got to marry me. We got a lot of loose women, loose people in every generation, but this is different. They teaching you to do, hey, sleep with an animal if you want to. It's hey, try that monkey over there. You was all right. I would not judge you. Just go ahead, do what you want to do. And they teaching this to the kids.
Come on now.
You
Come
know,
on.
They teaching it to our babies, so y'all got to get to the kids. But this is, I feel this is and I've heard men say, if y'all was to make us wait and do, I mean, we would respect y'all more. If they would tell the truth, that will respect you more. The more you make us wait, the more we, unless you just dealing with a person that don't really have a great that's not a great person, period. You have some of those, but for the most part, you all. I feel like this. I always say, women, stop giving out your duties so quickly. Of course, you can show them in a way that you will make a great mate. They know, but don't do it so quickly, because then they will fall in love with your duties and they don't know you. They just like what you do for them. And
Come
men,
on now.
I say, men, close them wallets. I said, you out here now. All they say is, I want a bag, get my nails and my hair did. They don't care about you. Don't take care of their kids. Y'all taking care of bills. Y'all want to show them y'all pulling up in y'all stuff. That's insecurities. That's a sign of some insecurities. Listen, if you're a good man and you got yourself together, or you working on yourself, allow that woman to get to know you. Do your traditional things. Take out, give them some fun, but don't start taking care of her kids and paying her bills right away. She's not going to get to know you. You're going to be Mr. Good Bag. They're not going to know you as an individual. Allow them to get to know you. That's why I close them wallets, and women close the legs. Keep it closed until you know. Until you know those are the right people.
Ooh, Ovid, I'm glad you good. Talk to them. Talk. You know what? You so right. And here's the thing: is that so many today, nobody wants to hear that, because everybody's in such a rush.
Yes.
Everybody's in such a rush to find somebody, when the one person that they never find is themselves.
Oh, you need to give you a clap on that one. That's it.
People are out here. They out here searching, and they want to connect with somebody, because let me tell you this, and I can speak for me.
Yeah.
You want to connect with somebody because you got a hole in yourself, and you think that when you connect with them, your hole gonna be filled up. No, it ain't. That hole that you have in yourself will still be there. What's gonna happen is you gonna rip a hole in them.
Yeah. Oh, say that. That's it. Yes.
That's what happens. Because until you take time to understand you,
yes,
understand yourself,
yeah,
love yourself, while you out here trying to love somebody else and you don't even love you. All you doing is you going in like a tiger, and you ripping them, and you're ripping a hole in them. Now, this is how the circle continues. Because now what they do is try to find somebody to mend the hole that you ripped, and they don't heal.
I know all about it. I know. Yes.
The cycle continues.
The cycle continues. I love it.
That's how it continues.
Yeah. Until somebody stop. Like you said, like
that's the worst part is nobody wants to.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nobody wants to sit down. Mama used to say this. My mama used to tell me, "Oh, get over there and sit down." Nobody want to go sit down. Sit down.
They don't want to go sit down. Sit your tail down. Yeah.
Sit down. And that's what's wrong. Don't nobody want to sit down.
No.
Because they
don't want to sit down. Yes.
So I agree with you. They're gonna miss something if they sit down. If I sit down, I might miss mine. Let me tell you, baby. Yeah. And let me tell you, my brothers. Let me tell you right now. You ain't gonna never miss what's for you.
Yes.
You ain't gonna never miss it.
I agree with that. You not. I love that what you said, because I had to revalue, with my last relationship. I said, God, I know I'm somebody's rib, and I know I'm a good woman. I was trained, it's in me. I was trained to be that way. But I asked him, I said, I was married before to my son's dad. I didn't date until we divorced. My son was like 6 or 7, and I didn't date until he was 17, because I didn't want to bring people in and out. I stayed single, stayed steady on God and raising him. But then I started dating, and I said, now this is the third relationship. I haven't been in many. And I said, now by this time, or even before I should be married, I said, what is my problem? What is going on with me, Ovita? That, I'm not married yet. I'm not, because I know I'm a good woman. I was a good woman to the men, and they'll tell you. But what I did, what I was, like I said, I didn't know too much about dating. And I was dating people I shouldn't have been dating. And I was dating at the wrong time. My mother passed. And dating when you're in the emotional state is the wrong state to be in, first of all. When you hurt, you're going to date the wrong people because you're just trying to fill that void. Instead of me really going to God like I know I should be and trying to get healing, being around, of some, gas and stuff like that. That's not good. That's not a good thing. First of all, if you in wanting or if you in an emotional state, that's the wrong time to date. And plus, I just was giving them my all right away. They didn't earn. When I say all, I ain't talking about, I'm saying like I was, if they needed, I faithful, and they need them cooking and doing, if they in need, just doing those things, and they haven't even earned that stuff yet. Just doing stuff too fast. And I didn't, just not knowing any better, but I had to learn. You sister too fast. You just sister too much. You do. The last guy, my aunt, let me tell you, my aunt is definitely gifted from God. She's normally God give her. I told her before this, something that I said, pray for me about dating this guy. Should I start dating him? Because he has some issues and stuff physically. And she was like, yeah, I hear God. And when she said, y'all, our family go to her, she has not been wrong. But she's still human, but then people can miss out on their blessing too. So I went full force because I ain't never heard her say, yeah, God said this is it, and I'm going full force. I'm there for him, cooking, cleaning. He had an issue. So I'm cooking and cleaning and going to appointment. I mean, I'm just so like we already married. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something. When you do that and they don't get to know you, it's something about you holding back. and giving a little at a time, they get men that's drawn to you, and you could give them your kidney and they still won't choose you. You can love a person to life. Some people just need you. Some people is in a bad place and they just need you. They need to feel like a man. They need to feel like a woman. You build up their self-esteem and they hopping on to the next train.
Come on now.
They don't. I've done that. I'm a builder. I know I am. So me building them up, and I wasn't getting that in return, but I just was real naive, but I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson in slowing down and don't let people earn you. Don't just be out here giving I'm telling you, just help. I'm sick. I'm there. Doctor's appointment. Just crazy. And making them feel, like them, because some people, everybody don't want a relationship, y'all. Some people is really out here to be built up. They want to be encouraged. They want to feel like a man. They want to feel like, and once they feel that stuff, once they get, because they not low where they was at when they met you, they don't need you.
Come on.
And they will move on to the next person. I don't care what you did. And you'll be hurt. Like, look at what I did for you. Who asked you? Most of the time, they ain't even ask you to do all that stuff. You just volunteer because you think you showing them, you the love. No. Let people. I'm telling you. I know some people, but how they gonna know you a good wife? They'll know if you're a good wife. You gonna, don't be doing all that stuff, y'all. I learned don't be doing all of that. You see, I'm saying I'm single by choice, but we not together. So, but he's good. He's full, nice and full, and that's because I put that work in. But he's with somebody else, and I'm okay with that. But I'm just saying, don't waste all that good stuff on somebody that shouldn't have it.
Amen.
Don't let them give. Don't be called. I call them. Don't be Bobette the Builder, because that's what we do.
Bobette the Builder.
Don't be that. Don't be Bobette the Builder, honey. Don't build that foundation for somebody else.
And you know what? That is so true. I speak personally that you do. And here's the thing, is you go in, pouring in and giving your all, and at no time do you stop and say, it's it's like the Bible talks about being unequally yoked. You pulling, you ain't even looking, and you the one pulling ahead and pulling them, and you trying to pull them along, and you have encouraged. You're right. We find people have been guilty. You find people at their brokenness. See, this is the worst part.
Yes.
The worst part. Hear me when I say this. I'm going to use a little of my counseling right now. The worst part about getting in a relationship with somebody who's broken, when two people are broken, and you get in there when you're broken, somebody gonna get healed. And let me tell you.
Oh, yes. You better say that.
Let me tell you. You get into
say that again
where you both are broken. You done met each other in this broken state.
Yes.
Somebody will start on the healing journey. And when they start on the healing journey, they're going to look at you because you still broken. Now, it ain't that they're looking down on you. It's that you didn't put the work in to heal yourself. You put all the work in to heal them.
Yes. Now you broken. They healed, you broke.
You done took them to the emergency room to get the surgery done, and you laying out there in the waiting room bleeding to death.
Yes. Say that.
Hey, and when they get off the operating table, they sold up and they healing, and you sitting there broken.
Yes, you broke.
Too many people today are meeting people at their brokenness.
Yes.
They're meeting people at their brokenness.
Yep. Yeah. They're meeting people at their brokenness.
And that's why it's so important to take the time, take the moment, take a step back to start on your own personal healing. So start on your own before you be trying to run over here and be Captain Saver or Mother Saver. Until you're out there trying to save somebody else. Save
yourself. Yeah.
Save yourself. You know, personally, I'll never forget a conversation with one of my exes. And it went like this. It was basically said, I'm in the ring fighting for you. And the reply was, but you're fighting alone.
Ooh.
Some of us are in this ring. We think we're fighting for people.
Yes.
We're fighting by ourselves.
You fighting by ourselves. And you know it because you feel it. You feel drained. You hurt. You the one they eating off of you they like nomads. They're gonna eat off of you till there's nothing else to eat off of. And a lot of them don't like you no more, even though they the cause of you being broken. They don't like the person that you become, even though they the cause of that. They like when you was healthy and you had confidence, and they not interested in you no more. You broke down. You built them up and they tore you down. So it's time for them to get to going.
Yes. Look at you, and they look at you and almost despise you for where you are.
Yep. And they the reason why, but it's time to take responsibility for your own life and for your own selves. It's time to get healed. A lot of us is out here. I hear people, they got mother and dad issues. They didn't have great examples, and we trying to get in a relationship and trying to make it work, and we got issues from childhood that sometimes you don't even know about, and even from other relationships and from family. It's just a lot of trauma, and something we get in these relationships and we have not gotten help, and we need to go to counseling. You need to learn how to love yourself. You need to learn to heal from your past traumas and then get in a relationship and stop doing like you said. Now they get in a relationship because they want to fill their void, but they tearing a hole in somebody else, and they keep doing it and they moving on. I know people like that. They gonna move on over here, move on over there. They see that you really genuinely care about them, but they know that you care about them so much. That's the problem, that you don't care about yourself. And they're going to use that to their advantage. Yes. And you're going to be left with that whole top. And now you got to go and get healed from this, if you ever do, because some people stay in those particular relationships. I work with elderly people, and I can tell sometimes looking at the 80s plus year old people how their relationship was when they were young and they stayed with them old men. And some of them old men they got to wear diapers and they still crazy. To some old, I had a client, the man that cussed her out and everything while I was there. I said, I could tell that's why she mean and nasty. I could tell that he didn't treat her well, but you stayed in that situation. Who want to be like that?
Right.
In your 80s.
And it becomes so, we allow these things to become such a part of us. When you stay around these things, let me tell you, the greatest for me, where I'm at right now, the greatest part of love is being able to do two things. Mm-hmm. To welcome you in and usher you out.
I know that's right.
That's when you know I love you enough to welcome you in. But I also love myself enough to usher you out.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I can say this. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Sometimes we usher people in. We let people sit for too long and tear us down. We don't unconditional love, baby. Just because I'm ushering you out don't mean I don't love you. But what I cannot do is allow you to affect this.
Yes.
Understanding, when we understand, and it took me a long time, that I'm not a gift to man, I'm a gift from God.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Yes.
And when you understand that you are a gift from God, you can say, baby, you not finna mistreat this gift.
As a man.
I'm not finna mistreat this gift, and you sure ain't finna mistreat this gift.
Well, what you just said, I don't understand why women get mad when men say they the prize and they the gift. Why they not? I'm gonna tell you, I teach my son, I've taught my son, he had perfectly well, but that's okay. That's why he not all over the place. That's why I'm not a grandmama yet. My son, hey everybody, my son, I could say this, that he's not everywhere. I taught him to value his body. I taught him the way to marriage, but hey, sometimes we all don't do it all the way, but I can appreciate that he's not everywhere. He's a really faithful, good guy. He's not a walk over me type, but he's a good man. He's a good guy in that way. Because I taught him to value your stuff. I told him your stuff is gold. You got a golden poke, whatever, you golden. Don't go stick it in the trash. Hey, cousin. Oh, I got so many wonderful people coming on my lap. I told them, don't stick it in trash. Don't go mess with any and everybody. And be careful who you give yourself to if you choose to. And that's why my son is not, and I live, and even me, my son ain't never seen me all over the place. I was the kind of parent that taught him by example. Whatever I said don't do, I didn't do it. He never seen me to this day with a man in my bed other than his father. He seen me talking to, like when I started dating, and that's rare. I don't just, if it ain't serious, I don't introduce him even at 23, because I have an image. I'm trying to make sure my son looking at a woman and how a woman's supposed to behave themselves and how they supposed to carry themselves. And I carry myself that way. He ain't never seen Qvita all over the place. And any and everybody all on me. He ain't never seen that, never. And he's never going to see that, because I have a responsibility to represent as to what kind of woman that I want him to, deal with, and the kind of man I want him to be too. You also teach. You not doing the service to your boys, teaching them to be everywhere. That's why so many kids that's unwanted is not taken care of, because men have been taught the wrong way is to sow their oats. That's the craziest thing I ever heard of in my life. Now you got all these illegitimate children, these children that got mama, daddy, they got all kind of issues because these people out and they too young to be out here. It's nothing manly about sleeping with a whole lot of women. It's really not. The ones that I have in my life, I am so fortunate to have uncles that are godly men. And the way that they raise, I've seen firsthand, they raise their children. The way that they treat their wives, the way that they treat us as nieces that didn't have our fathers. I take care of my dad, but you'll never know he wasn't in my life. That's how I take care of him. My uncles had a big part in my life and how I carry myself and stuff like that. I said, so because some of these people got the nerve to be like, well, I'm like this. I said, listen, that's not new. I'm used to seeing men taking care of their business. Black men. And they Christian men, and they ain't all over the church sleeping with the ladies. They at home taking care of their wives, leading their families, going to work in all kind of weathers. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to grow up with men like that. So expect that. That's stuff I'm used to seeing. You know what I'm saying?
That's not wrong. What has happened, in my opinion, again, we have lowered our expectations on ourselves and on others. Our standards have dropped so low till people feel like I just take anything.
Yeah.
We have lowered our standards in this world to just accept whatever. Again, to each and every one. I don't know why people don't realize we are all a gift. Baby, we are, each and every one of us are a gift. Why would you lower your standards? And it don't mean you got your nose up in the air and think that, but no, I take pride in who I am.
Exactly.
I take pride in how I carry myself, how I walk day to day.
Yeah.
And people don't do that. It's just out here now. Just be how you want to be. Just do what you want to do. It don't matter.
Yeah.
But it does matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
It does matter.
It does.
Because if we don't understand, we are leaving a trail behind. And let me tell you something. It's terrible when you leave a trail behind and somebody sees you years later, but all they remember is how you used to be, and you're still that way.
Oh, yes. That's a big problem. Hey, family. That's a big problem.
Used to be, but you're still that way.
Yes.
No change. No application on none of the lessons. Because let me tell you something. Even a baby, as they grow, they apply some things. They learn how to crawl, then they learn how to walk. When they fall as a toddler, they now get up because they are applying the fact that I learned how to walk, so I ain't got to sit here and crawl no more.
Exactly.
We will fall and keep on crawling because we in the mud. I might as well stay here. We ain't even applying the fact that, baby, you get up.
I don't deserve none better. Let me stay there. Yeah. Let me tell you, I'd rather be single, y'all, and happy. I never was a miserable single than to be in a relationship and miserable. I could not. So many people, like I had some people, I was single for a very long time. And during that process, they was like, oh, how can you be single? And they getting hit upside the head, literally. They looking at me, turning my head, and you getting beat. So you mean to tell me just because you got some laying next to you and they mistreating you, they cheating, they beating on you, they talking about you, talking down to you, and I'm sleeping peaceful at night. I'm getting up, I'm happy, I got I got good things going on in my life, but I'm the one you shaking your head at. Something wrong with that. Something is wrong with that.
Vita, I'd rather be sitting here at this house in front of this camera with a lollipop and a Tootsie Roll than to be out somewhere or with somebody in my presence disturbing my peace. It ain't finna
Yeah,
happen. Too many
yeah,
people, again, that all comes from the fact that you have not reached the point in your life where you okay with you. You okay.
yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna shut up.
No, you
If
go
you don't
on.
like you, if you can't spend time alone with you, why you think somebody else want to be around you? If you don't even want to be around your own self, if you
Say
always
that.
got to have a crowd of people, if you can't ever spend time alone, why? You don't even like you. So why you out here thinking somebody else gonna like you more than you like you?
Yes.
We out here
This.
searching for
Yeah.
people to like us and doing
Yes.
whatever it takes for people to like us when we ain't even worked on liking ourselves.
Love that. Yeah. You know what? I think we said this before. I'm gonna talk about hey, that's who I talk to, y'all. That's my mama, my T-ma. But she was like, she see it's so sad the state that women are in. She said, and I agree, they want the man to respect them more than they want the man to give them more than they give themselves. How is it you want someone to give you more than what you give your own self? You don't love and respect yourself, but you want them to. It, it
Yes.
it don't work like that. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. It's time to
Yes.
do the work. Put the work in, y'all, and stop letting society dictate what kind of person. And and I want to say this about all these different kind of relationships, these polys and all this stuff that's coming up now. It's been, those kind of relationships. The 70s was crazy for, that was the free love, the free spirit era. But I'm gonna say this now. It's a little bit. I don't want to. I don't want to be in that space. But I'm saying the difference now. I feel like women has been so disappointed and hurt to now they just take what they can. If it's a man
Mm.
that they want and they feel like this is the way to get with them, uh, if this is the way, sorry about that, y'all. I should have turned my ring off. This is the way to get with them, uh they'll do it. Like they going into these parties. Well, I'm doing it for, money or religious person. I'm not even talking about religious purposes. I have not seen one person going into their relationship healthy. I always see them coming from a
Mm.
state of unhealthiness. The regular relationship didn't work out, so they came over here. I haven't really seen nobody who just woke up one day, they healthy, they doing good. I want to be in a poly relationship. I want to be with a third person, or
Mm.
I feel like the women always take down. The men, to me, are winning in those situations. I feel like most women, if they're being honest, they doing it because of a guy.
Mm.
And most
Wow.
people don't want to be honest with themselves. No, I feel like if a man could do it, I could do it. No, you coming from a broken place, sweetie.
Mm.
You coming
Look,
from a broken place.
and and
I
and if,
haven't
if
seen it.
that's what he doing, he coming from the same broken place. That go
Yeah.
again. That go back to broken pieces.
Yeah, but what it is too is men know, I'm saying they know the state of women. And they a lot of times know the state. Just me hearing things even from some of these guys, they know that they do it because they can get away with it.
Mm.
They don't, it's no boundaries. They don't have no boundaries anymore that they got to meet. They really don't.
Wow.
It's in their ballpark. It used to be turned around. If you didn't do a certain way, listen, we not gonna work out. Women used to have more boundaries. Now they
Yes.
don't have no boundaries anymore. It's they giving too much power over to the man. You have given your power over to the males. That's just look at how everything's going. If you look at how the relationships are going, how the women are taken down, they're more educated, they got more money, they driving real well, they looking really good. But honey, you mostly not even dating who you should be dating. Most of the time we date, and I don't mean this in no disrespectful way, down. You know, we date down so we can have somebody to lay next to us at night.
Ooh.
But then it makes you feel like, then you don't feel well about yourself because they're not talking to you right. They're not communicating. You coming home, they on the game. You having babies by men that's not doing nothing. You know, you putting your kids at a disadvantage doing things like that. You know what I mean? And these men do have issues, but I'm talking about your part that you're playing in this. Like you need to get your self-esteem in check. You need to get not just your education, because women are doing that. They holding it down in school. Four of my nieces just graduated. My cousins, I call them, they old, young enough to be then graduated from college, y'all. Doing their thing, going nurse practitioners, nurses. But in turn, it's a lot. That's not that's the norm nowadays. You know, with the girls, they really going to school and stuff, but I see them educated, but they still don't know how to be feminine. They a lot of them are very some of them are rude, and they don't know how to. That's why a lot of men don't approach some women that's very got a lot of accolades, a lot of stuff going. A lot of time, especially us, I don't know why you're not mannerable, you're not nice. Wow. And just because you got some education and driving some and you might even got your body together naturally, but you don't know how to carry yourself. You're not soft. You nasty. You rude. You looking down on people. You know, I know people like I know I'm like that. You know, because they done got their head pumped up, and most times they end up in bad relationships sometimes.
Wow. And I think that still goes to what you just said. That all goes back to knowing you internally. This thing is not, this has nothing to do with what's on the outside. It ain't got nothing to do. It ain't got nothing to do with the degrees you got. It ain't got nothing to do with the car you drive, the house you live in. You know, you can go right now by any junkyard, okay? You can pass by a junkyard and you might see a Mercedes Benz or a Rolls Royce out there, all clean and pretty, sitting at the front gate. But it ain't got no motor.
Ain't got no motor.
You might pass by the fanciest house. Boy, big old brick, got the big pillows out there. The front yard is manicured. Man, you look at that thing, you driving by, ooh, you be like, ooh, one of these days I'm gonna have that. And somebody allows you to go in and ain't nothing on the inside.
Yes. Ain't nothing on the inside.
That's the story of so many of us.
Yeah.
We have developed, we have worked, we have done it, we have put the work in. We go to the gym. Well, they go to the gym. Go to the gym.
Right. I'm gonna start, y'all, next week.
They go to the gym.
Listen, I'm gonna start next week. I've been on my journey for like 14 days now, so I'm holding on.
They done went to school and got the degrees. You know, they got the car, they got all of that. They have done everything externally they needed to do.
Yes,
they done
sir.
got body, just the men done went to the gym and got outside. It is wonderful, but mentally, because they have not worked on that thing that mentally twisted them when they was a child. They ain't worked on that. Emotionally, where they was broken because they had mama issues, daddy issues, whatever issues that they had. They ain't tried to fix that. But boy, and so quick to say the words, well, I'm the total package. No, baby, you the total box.
I'm the tape.
Yeah. You the
That's
total
the thing.
box.
I'm the table.
Ain't nothing inside of that.
Listen.
But you know, that it's that thing. It's really that is again, I go back to what I said. So many people are out here having all of this stuff extra. See, and I think a lot of it, what you just said, and I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. A lot of when you see people, and we call it dating down.
Yeah.
They're actually dating on their mental and emotional level.
I agree with that. Yes. Because they don't know who they are. They don't know their worth.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are mentally and emotionally in this place.
Exactly. That's so true.
So now what they have done, what they do is they go here because they say like, well, this person we on the same level. And then here go the thing. They start pouring into this person down here. They start, whether it be a man or a woman, they start pouring into this person. And this person says, what you talked about? Well, they feeding me. They encouraging me. Man.
Yes.
Now, this person who was down here emotionally, mentally, is now going like, well, I'm going to go get me some help. I'm going to go to counseling. You've encouraged me to work on myself.
Yes.
Now you going like, well, I gave you this and I gave you that. What you say?
Yeah.
You can give them a kidney, but that ain't gonna keep them.
It ain't gonna keep them. For real, you can save their life. It ain't gonna keep them unless they want to be kept, y'all. It don't matter what you do. Listen, what somebody say it's a game to is not a game. You got to learn how to play the game out here. Believe it or not, it's a game. You got to learn how to play the game to, like they say, it's not a game. You got to have wisdom. You got to have insight. You got to have discernment. You got to have discipline. If you don't have none of those, especially if you don't have none of those, you're going to get played out here. You're going to be so messed up out here emotionally dealing with these people that you're not going to be good for anything or anybody. By the time you get through going through a relationship, I know someone who goes from relationship to relationship. This don't work. In a matter of, they don't even take months. They go from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. And they are jacked up. And it's not every relationship is an unhealthy relationship. This lady got stabbed by her boyfriend and still went back with him. Several times, and then left him and went to another crazy, just relationship after relationship after relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, you're gonna be tore up emotionally. It's gonna take a lot to bring you back from that. The thing is, I know it's hard to deal with those emotions and to deal with, some people have really had some horrific past. And we probably can't even imagine going through some of the stuff people have went through and they probably haven't told you. But you got to deal with that. You have to deal with that, and you have to forgive, and you have to heal and work on yourself, whatever that look like. Whether it's counseling, whether it's spiritual counseling, going to church. Again, spiritual church helped me, but everybody don't go that route. So going to counseling and doing whatever you need to do to work on yourself, it is worth it. Put the work in to work on yourself. I'm still working on myself. It's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing. Keep working on yourself. Keep improving. Keep investing in yourself. Amen. And you'll get the right situation, the right person, be on the right path. It'll come. You'll be ready for it then. A lot of times we're not ready. So that's why you haven't received what you think you want to receive. You're not ready for it.
Ain't ready. It ain't ready. It ain't ready. Wow. Well, Ivey, look here. We done meet that time. Look, we done popped up on it. We done popped up on that time. We done went over time, but you know what? We can do
all right. Listen, it was great. Look, once the conversation started rolling, you just
well, look, I need you to do a couple of things. One, I need you to tell these wonderful people where they can come hear you. Your station, your podcast, all that wonderful stuff. That's the first thing I need you to do.
All right. Well, one thing, you all, I am going to relaunch my podcast. I have podcast Vita Talks and Vita Talks Present Car Chronicles. I'm going to give you all the information on that later, but you all can follow me on Ovita Ivey on Facebook, Brown Sugar 19358, because I'm just that sweet, y'all. On Instagram, on TikTok, Vita Talks. My YouTube page is Vita Talks. You all go follow my YouTube page. I'm on iHeartRadio every Friday, you all. Every Friday. Tune in to intellectualradio.com at 8 p.m. from 8 to 9 with myself and Born Rich. He is the host. That brother, I'm telling you, that's my brother. Whatever he's on, I'm on. Also on 102.3 FM every Tuesday at 7 p.m. sharp. You all join Rejoice Radio. Again, iHeart Radio, intellectualradio.com is a iHeart station that I'm on every Friday from 8 to 9. So you all join me. Beat me there.
That's right. Don't meet you there, beat you there.
Hey, beat me there. I'm also, let me say this. I'm also in the Reveal magazine. I forgot to bring my magazine. You all forgive me. But if you go on my page, you'll see. If you all want to support and get a magazine, you can inbox me. Also, you all go and get the book Survive Through the Storm by Born Rich. I was honored to host that event. It was amazing. But pick up the Reveal magazine. That's a Born Rich magazine also. He blessed me with a cup. On there, like I said, I got favor all on me, y'all. I got favor all on me. So you all pick up those items.
There you go. There you go. Y'all go check out Qvita Ivey. She is man, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's been a pleasure. I thank you so much for coming and gracing the platform and doing what we do. We just sit here and have a whole talk. That's what we do. We just have to get on paper.
I know, right?
Man, I thank you. It has been a privilege and it's been a pleasure. And I thank each one of y'all that stayed around and hung around and tuned in. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna pop some of the I don't know if you can see them over. I don't know if you see the comments. I'd be so bad about that part.
I just seen one. I haven't seen it.
And let's see here. Hold on, there we go.
Yeah, I got to put on my readers.
That's
how you know you to get older. Look, I got to put my readers on.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Wow!
So I felt old when the doctor said, "Oh, you turned 45." I'm like, whatever. Whatever.
My co-host said, "Hey, she popped in." But I thank you so much, Qvita. I thank you. It has been a pleasure, and you know that you're always welcome back. And I thank each and every one of you again for coming and supporting. I thank you so very much.
Thank y'all for joining me.
I ain't gonna talk about them folks that I will. Let me say something before I get ready to leave. Look here, them folks done hacked my old business page out. I don't know why they trying to hack Country Boy. They ain't gonna get nothing but a ticket. I don't know why, but look here, they can hack all they want to. I'm gonna still do what God told me to do. I'm gonna still go where He tells me, and I'm gonna still say what He tells me to say. So all you people out there from across wherever you at, and you think like, oh, let's go. I don't even know, but you know what? Do what you do, and I'm gonna continue to do what I do.
Exactly.
And lastly, as I get ready and I shut this thing down, I say this: the vision that God has given you, the purpose that God has given you, just walk in it. The vision that God has given you and the purpose that God has given you. There will be people that will come and try to deter you. There will be people that will come and say this about you and talk about you and tell you you're too short, tell you you're too old, tell you you're too young, tell you you're too tall, tell you you're too short, tell you you're too ugly, tell you your hair ain't long enough, tell you your hair too long. There will be people that will come to deter you from the vision and the purpose that God has given you. Old Country Boy tells you from his mouth, don't you dare quit. Don't you dare stop. you keep on going. I'm not telling you to I'm not telling you run it, but take a step. Don't stop stepping. You keep going. Even when it gets rough, take a step. If you can't take 2 steps, baby, just take 1. As long as you keep moving, you keep going, and you don't give up, because if God has given you the vision that he's given you, the purpose that he's placed on your life, understand what he's placed on your life. The purpose that you have, there's somebody out there waiting for it. That's the gift. What you have, somebody's waiting for it. Whether it's a song, whether it's a book, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a dance, whether it's a spoken word, whether it's a hello, whether it's a good morning, or whether it's just a friendly old wave or a happy old smile. That thing that God has given you, somebody out there needs it. And if you don't give it to them, they're going to starve. Think of it like that. If you don't give it to them, they're going to starve, because God gave it to you. He didn't give it to nobody else. That's why when you see somebody doing well, why be jealous and hateful? Blessing to them, because their purpose ain't your purpose. Their vision ain't your vision. Baby, you done stepped up that ladder. Bravo. Bravo. I'm happy for you. Because guess what? God's got to step up a ladder for me. So why am I going to hate the step up the ladder you taking? Bravo. Bravo. Because I have a purpose, and mine ain't yours and yours ain't mine. I have a gift. Mine ain't yours and yours ain't mine. Continue to walk in your purpose on purpose. Continue to walk in your purpose on purpose. And lastly, but not leastly, when you woke up this morning and you open your eyes and you cleaned out your ears and you was listening around and you was trying to hear, you didn't hear it. And if you was out there today was a nice day in Houston. It's probably about 199 degrees. It wasn't even 200. It was probably about 199 degrees. And you was out there listening, but all you could feel was the heat blowing on your ear. So you got back in your car and you cut the air conditioning on. But here it is right now. 9:39 Houston time. I want to speak on behalf of my guests, Qvita, and myself when I say this, is that we love you. And we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing, absolutely positively nothing, that you can do about it. Thank y'all so very much. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Qvita, that's really it. Because you know what? Wait a minute. What's the day? Hold on. I think we done
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. But look here. Hold on. I got to do one more thing. Let me see here. I think we done. Wait a minute. Bam. This is our last show for April. Qvita, you just closed out the month.
Hey, last but not least.
Hey, there it is. There it is. We closed out the month with Shot Time Zone.
Okay. That's right, Vita.
Thank you so very much. Y'all go and follow and support Qvita. Man, y'all go. Thank you so very much. And I will see y'all next month. I'm gonna take the rest of the month off.
I don't blame you. Yes, you be doing 3 shows a week. I was like that, but yes, y'all done slow way down, y'all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank y'all so very much. We are out of here. Thank you. We love you.
Good night.
Y'all have a great, great weekend. We go.